Hello everybody and welcome back. What you're looking at here is William Byron's 2018 Axalta Throwback paint scheme to Jeff Gordon. He ran this at Darlington, and this is an homage to the Rainbow Warriors of the 90s that Jeff Gordon so famously raced. And there are elements of this car that I absolutely love, like the colors. I think Lionel did a great job in getting the metal flake in the blue and that red-orange color great. They also did a really good job with the green, yellow, and blue rainbow separators of the colors. But one thing that I absolutely despise, and everybody that is a Hendrick Motorsports fan from the year 2017 to the year 2019 or 20, I think, is the fact that the Hendrick Motorsports cars did not have the Monster Energy Cup Series logos on the cars at all for the diecast. The real cars obviously raced with them and had them on the cars, but as for the diecast, I believe it was Hendrick Motorsports' contract with the Pepsi Cola company did not permit them to put any Monster Energy logos on any merchandise, which obviously includes diecast. And eventually I will get around to adding that decal in those three areas on the car, but as for right now, I just purchased this car and wanted to show everybody. So this was from 2018. This was William Byron's first throwback. It was his first season in the Cup Series. As you can see, the rookie stripes on the back, the windshield and back glass are both autographed by William Byron on the front and Jeff Gordon on the back. So this continues that theme of autographed throwback paint schemes for both the driver Byron and the throwback that it was to Jeff Gordon. Overall, a classic paint scheme on a modern car. I think they recreated it pretty faithfully. The hardest part is that Axalta is not DuPont. Axalta is DuPont rebranded, but they didn't change the Axalta logos to look like DuPont at all. So aside from that, they did a pretty good job, Hendrick Motorsports, of recreating this paint scheme, and I think it turned out pretty great in diecast form, and I absolutely love it because it's one of the most iconic paint schemes in the history of NASCAR. Now let's talk about something that really annoys me, and this time for once it's not even aimed at NASCAR because, well, the number thing moved forward on the door is really annoying, and that is on NASCAR, and it doesn't look good on this paint scheme. But can we just take a minute to appreciate the job Lionel did with this car? They were given a template to work with, and it turned out pretty good for what they had to work with. So again, this is a throwback paint scheme to Jeff Gordon from his 2009 season. This was the first year that the Firestorm paint scheme was ran. Gordon ran the traditional blue and red flame paint scheme from 2001 all the way up until 2008, and then in 2009 they decided to go with a rebrand with this Firestorm paint scheme that you see here. I don't know how Hendrick Motorsports messes up their own paint scheme when running a throwback to it, but they got a lot of elements wrong with this car. It's not Lionel's fault. They just made what was ran on track and what was given to them by Hendrick Motorsports. But the nose fade is wrong from the yellow to the orange. That's such a hard line on there, and the fade in the real car is a lot more gradual transition, as you can see the reference picture. And then also, if you look at the trunk, the deck lid of the car, it is just black on this one, and on the original Jeff Gordon one, it had flames on it. And then if we look at the TV panel when it rotates around, you can see that that is also all black. And on the original Jeff Gordon car, it had orange and yellow flames. So I don't really know who at Hendrick Motorsports was in charge of drawing this paint scheme or throwing it back to Jeff Gordon's Firestorm paint scheme, but to be honest, they kind of missed the mark, and it was a little bit disappointing. Now, William Byron didn't win in this car. He didn't win in either of these two today, but I just wanted to say that Lionel did a really good job with them, working with what they had to work with. And for this one as well, you can see that it's also dual autograph, both by William Byron and by Jeff Gordon. So this completes the current array of throwback paint schemes for William Byron to Jeff Gordon. He ran a couple different ones in 2019, 2020, and 2021, but none of those were throwbacks to Jeff Gordon, so I didn't see the need to purchase those ones. But overall, like I said, Lionel did a good job with this car. And for right now, for all of the throwbacks for William Byron, the dual autographed elites, which are the four that I have, are pretty expensive. If he runs another throwback to Jeff Gordon this year, I will purchase the dual autographed right away. I didn't buy the 2018 when it first came out, and so it took me a long time to buy it, but this one, this Firestorm Flame one, I bought right away this year, and it's just much easier to do than having to go to the resale market and find the car that you're looking for that's relatively rare and pretty expensive. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I look forward to starting something a little bit different next week, I hope you guys have a good weekend, and we'll see you then. Bye.